month. So I called my super uber talented buddies here, and they're gonna rock the world. Mr. Steve Auburn and Andy Rogers. I can't say, the last time the three of us played together, we were at the McKinney Performing Arts Center recording my album called The Oak Tree and the Weed. That was fun. We'll be revisiting some of those songs tonight, but we're gonna just kind of dig through the whole Zane Williams catalog and ramble around as we like to do. And we'll start things off with a song that I wrote in Nashville just before I left. And I thought maybe it was Texas country. I didn't really know what Texas country was. But I had heard of this guy named Randy Rogers that was doing something down there. And somebody up there in Nashville told me, I think he'll do well in Texas. And I just hoped he was right and I wrote this tune. 1, 2, 1, 2. go kick around downtown to the top down. We can follow this county road right after in the lead. Baby, would you ride? Take my hand, say I do. I wanna go down this road with you. High and low, sick and dead, forever just around the bend. And we'll be right where we wanna be. Baby, would you ride with me? I've been thinking all day that life is a highway we all travel on. But one I wanna see the seat sitting with me when I make these dreams come true. It's you, and it feels so fine when you take my hand, say I do. I wanna go down this road with you. High and low, sick and dead, forever's just around the bend. We'll be right where we wanna be. Baby, would you ride with me? Baby, would you take a little ride with me? Oh, baby, taking a ride with us tonight, taking a chance. We're getting warmed up, we're feeling good. I wrote that song, let's see, I looked it up the other day. I think Cody Johnson recorded that in 2010 or something like that. I went to see him at Level War in Plano, and there were about 125 people there, about this size crowd, I suppose, and he got me up and sang Pablo Maria with me during his break. That was a minute ago. Even back then, I thought, you know, this kid was going somewhere. He's always been a great singer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pop open that little album I made, an acoustic album, as an acoustic trio, a live album called The Oak Tree and the Weed, and it started off with a song about just life in general, man. Life in general. Y'all, I was born at a very early age. Where I was before that, I can't say. But now I'm here until I'm gone, and the circle of life goes on. Well, it's a big old world, and it starts so small. Gotta roll over till you learn to crawl, then you crawl till you walk, and you walk till you fall, and the circle of life goes on. I said the circle of life. The circle of life goes on. The circle of life. The circle of life goes on. Well, I met a pretty lady and I gave her my heart. Cried like a baby when she tore it all apart. Healed up when a better woman came along, and the circle of life goes on. For the first 20 years it was all about me. Then I got hitched and I puts you in a good mood, 'cause the circle of life goes on. You know, it just occurred to me I should dedicate this song to Steve and his 15 grandkids. Maybe someday he'll learn all their names. Now, darling, when I'm gone, it's okay to cry. Time is the friend that will dry your eyes. You'll write brand new words to sing old songs, 'cause the circle of life goes on. I said the circle of life, circle of life goes on. Circle of life, circle of life goes on. You know the circle of life, circle of life goes on. Circle of life, circle of life goes on. Let's pick it. All right, this next one is, how many grandkids do you have? Was it 15? Was that right?
14, 15 is coming in December or January.
All right. I just have normal children. They're not grands. Everything Steve does is grand.
That's true.
Oh, okay. I know what I'm doing now. Playing a sad old country song. A truck stop would work, but that's not where it happened. Fast food, playground in Dallas. She fell down and cried out to me. So I ran to get her. Kiss made it better. And she said as she sat on my knee, grown-ups don't cry, do they, Daddy? That's just what us little kids do. Grown-ups don't cry, do they, Daddy? I held her and wished it were true. Brown eyes look just like her mama's. I thought of how many tears we cried as we went round in circles, each shouted word more hurtful, blinded with anger and pride. Grown-ups this is country music, y'all. It's supposed to be depressing. There will be no apologies and there will be no refunds either for tear-jerking songs. Although I usually try to not do 2 in a row.
Good.
Just kind of a policy thing. The next song was kind of inspired by a coffee cup. My grandparents are all from Kentucky, and my mom's parents were downsizing and moving into assisted living many years ago. And they said, "Come take whatever you want." And all I took was a pocket knife and a mug that used to sit on my grandpa's desk, had his pens and pencils in it, and it has his name, Lee Gentry, written in it by the person that handcrafted the mug. And when I get home from a long trip, I get to sit and drink coffee out of that mug, and I remember him and feel connected to him and get to enjoy the present a little more. Just think about the simple things. That was the inspiration for this tune. 1, 2, 1. song dog thing's all about. Hey Steve, is that your new man? You bought that today?
Yeah, just this morning.
Wow. And he wants it. For his next tune, I guess. Can he have it?
We're going to just plug it in the mic because we got to figure out if we're both play guitar and mandolin at the same time.
Steve plays 4 nights a week at Red River Station. No, Cowboys Red River.
Yeah.
Red River Station is
Still
in St. Joe. That's a whole other place. Still doing time down at Cowboys Red River, the dance hall down there in Dallas, right?
Yes.
Where you play fiddle and electric guitar and acoustic guitar.
Yes.
Occasionally push people off stage.
And, only when they get on stage and invite. It's a whole thing.
You guys can look this up afterwards. Look up, what would they have to look up to find this video, Steve?
Sheer ridiculousness. No, absolutely. It's the show on MTV called Ridiculousness. If anyone has ever heard of that. The former skater Rock Yeardecker, he has a show, and they bring up the videos that are insane that get captured on YouTube and everywhere else. And this young man got on stage one night.
While you guys were playing.
While we were playing here tonight, he had just finished hanging from the rafter, and I think, I'm not even kidding, hanging upside down from the rafter. I think that's what gave this young man the inspiration to come on stage uninvited and show off, his talents. And he got halfway through that, and if you've seen Doctor Strange, or I guess Iron Man, I went to grab him, but as I went to grab him, he started to do a backflip, and he didn't know I was behind him. So to protect myself, I just stiff on him.
In the middle of his backflip.
In the middle, and he went flying like 7 feet in the air all the way down to the ground.
Due to physics, he just backflipped right up off the stage. Guys, I'll have to go look that up. Yeah, the dude was in midair right here, and Steve just goes, "Board." He's okay. We can laugh about it because he's okay. Just went back to fiddling.
That's it. That's all you do.
We were all young once. Just thank God YouTube wasn't around when I was young. Just a little backflip in my day. I did a backflip one time. I in speech class in college, they told us that the first thing you should do when you're making a speech is to grab people's attention. So I decided I would do a standing backflip in front of the class to get everybody's attention. And I overran hard enough to shake the whole foundation of the classroom, and then I was like, "Oh!" And then I got up and then I gave my speech. got everybody's attention.
This kid should have been so lucky to have landed on the platform.
Pretty sure that got landed on his head. He is dead.
He ran off into the night. He had the good grace to go die somewhere else. Yeah.
But we captured this, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you can look that up later. But anyway, don't try to rush the stage tonight. Fair warning. He's a killer. This is a Wilder Blues song that we just put out on our 4th record, and called "Just What I Needed." Watching the noise rumbling and the wild seasons change. Still slowly standing in silence alone. If you hadn't been just what I need, or I'd still be the singer in love with the song. playing what on this next one? Sticking with what we got?
I'm gonna stick with what I got here.
All right. Nice.
You know what's the banjo?
1, 2, 3. Well, I love the sound of a fiddle string, the hands of a man who can make it sing, playing that melody clear and sweet. He'll touch your heart to your feet. But when I hear that mandolin, it's like the voice of a good old friend. Takes me back to a simpler day, makes my troubles melt away. Oh, let's get started. Who knows when we'll be parted? No time to be hearted on this night. Let's play some good old music. My heart sure could use it. Little while we can, playing in the back porch bluegrass band. And when it's late, when the night has fallen, we can play with the katydids calling, and we'll know long after we're gone, they'll keep writing their song. Yeah. Whoa, let's get started. Who knows when we'll be parted? No time to be downhearted on this night. I wanna swing my baby, ain't done nothing lately. Live a little while we can, playing in the back porch bluegrass That song's off my first album that I still talk about, which was really like more like my fourth or fifth. Learned a lot of lessons over the time. I remember that particular time in the studio, they brought in my producer brought in a guy to sing harmony, a friend of his, and he got in the vocal booth. Started making these sounds on my song. And I thought it was awful, y'all. I thought it sounded like if you went out to those railroad tracks and found somebody sleeping under a tree and you invited them into the studio and they just started singing harmonies. That's what this guy sounded like. It sounded like he had never sung a lick in his life before, and he had this scratchy, awful, out-of-tune voice. And my producer loved it. He was like, "This is the sound. This is my favorite thing we've done on this whole record so far." And he looked at my face, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to feel. He was like, "You don't love it, do you?" I'm like, so he like hits the mute button, so the guy can't hear us talking. He's like, "This is seriously awesome. This is what you wanted. This guy sounds like Ralph Stanley. This is the heart and soul of bluegrass music right here. It's this guy." And I know it's a little rough around the edges, but it's got heart and soul. And I was like, I think it sounds so awful. Just let me go in there and sing it. Can you let me sing it instead? He's like, okay. So we basically, what do? He just told his friend, We're good. Thank you for your time. They got that. It's super awkward. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Next time you hear a happy-go-lucky song that just sounds so breezy, just think of that man out there going back to the railroad tracks, knowing that it didn't work out for him. Red sunset starting to fade on August night. The heat's still rising off the asphalt when we turn down the county road, rattle over the cattle guard, past the row fence post, to a one-lane bridge where the path begins. Then we feel the cool on the Sunday air. Then we know we're almost there. You put your hand in mine, pretty fingers that fit just fine, and we walk down every river gets wide, and no one ever comes around. Hiding out beneath the concho moon, no agenda, nothing to prove in our flip-flops off to your toes in the water, and tell me all your dreams. Small town girl taking on the world in cut off jeans. When you lean back and lay your head on my lap, I see the starlight in your eyes, and for me there's no dream alive. Just fine. Walk down where the river gets wide, and no one ever comes around. Hiding out beneath the concho moon, no agenda. One day I know you'll fly from this sleepy town. Before this moment here. Just me and my little girl.
A lot of these I haven't got to play since I played bass for Zane.
Had that somewhere in your memory bank still. Well, y'all, let's see. What to say about this next one?
Is it happy?
I practiced it forever, and then we went to Bruce Robinson's studio, and he was producing a couple of tracks, some tracks with my band, The Wilder Blue, just to kind of see how it went. And the first thing he did was cut the guitar part that I worked so hard on. Said, you know what, I don't need that. And he was right. Yeah, I don't think he was wrong. We actually just kind of moved it to the end, but I was playing it every single time, and it didn't need that. Uncle Bruce was right about that. I haven't really hung out with him all that much.
Are you going to tell that story when he plays over here in April or September?
Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, I guess he didn't like our music all that much because those tracks never came out.
He always push off stage.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to backflips.
No, and I ain't gonna push that dude. He's like a totem pole. Songwriting totem pole. Anyway, where was I going with that? Other than to say, oh, if you're a Hideout member, then you heard the Bruce Robinson tracks. Yeah, they're on our website for our fan subscribers. But anyway, this song has been through an iteration or two. Oh yeah, we also made an audition, a Tiny Desk audition video. Do you remember that? Oh, that's bad. I think that's in the video vault on the Hideout. It's awful. We hadn't been a band for very long at all, and we tried to, it was during COVID times, and we tried to work this song up, with each person in their own location doing it through Zoom. Yes. Fun times, y'all. Anyway, this one's called Okie Soldier. Oh, and, sorry, a little too much. Keep an eye out there's a band called Appalachian Roadshow that wanted to record this tune, except they're from Virginia, so they asked me if they could rename it Virginia Soldier, their version.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's fine, works for me. So they changed the name of the river, they changed the name of the station. Yeah, they did a Stillwood song too, it just came out. So anyway, something to look forward to. I always like it when other people record my song, because you get to hear it through someone else's filter. It's pretty cool. Well, I turned 21 with my hands around a gun, stumbling through the burning fields of war, choking on the dust and sand of a harsh and foreign land. I lost sight of just 2 hours before. Sent my love to the Red River Valley, sing a song from my Oklahoma home. Tell the one who's waiting there with the long braid in her hair, and I come returning, I'll be never more alone. Well, I faced the enemy, and he was just as brave as me. Through the night we took the fight in the turns. When our mortar cut him down, he lay groaning on the ground, and we could not understand his dying words. Send my love to the Red River Valley, sing a song from my old home. Tell the one who's waiting there with the to the Red River Valley, sing a song from my old home. Tell the one who's waiting there with the long braid in her hair, when I come returning, I'll be never more alone. Steve, is this about the time you said you were going to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, it's probably the second song. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm holding my own, I'm doing pretty good.
I always wanted to write a song from the perspective of an inanimate object. You know? Just something different. Never had. And then I kind of, well, anyway, I wrote this one. I'll let the song speak for itself. When you slipped me on this finger, I was proud as I could be, listening to the promise that he made me with me. I knew I was nothing fancy, just a simple golden band, but I stood for love eternal between a woman and a man. Well, the first time that he took me off and slipped me out of sight, I wondered if I'd hurt him if I was holding on too tight. Was he longing for another? Was he needing to be free? When he came and took me back, I thought I could just let it be. But when he leaves me all alone, though some have called me precious, I feel worthless as a stone. I don't know who he's been holding when I'm not there on his hand, but I'm no longer proud to be a golden wedding band. Now I'm used to being lonely, lying locked up in a drawer, thinking if this is what he wanted, what did he ever need me for? When the morning sun rises and he picks me up again, how I burn in silent anger as I slide against his skin. When he leaves me all alone, though some have called me precious, I feel worthless as a stone. I don't know who he's been holding when I'm not there on his hand, but I'm no longer proud to be a golden wedding band. shore. Let me sink away with all the things that don't matter anymore, to be found again some distant day and rescued from the sand by a man who restores the luster to this golden wedding band. Let me be found again some distant day and rescued from the sand by a man who restores the luster to this golden wedding band. Another Wilder Blue tune that we did at Uncle Bruce's. We did it slower that time. I kind of liked it a little bit. Huh?
I don't remember doing this one. We did Dixie and then that Bear Creek.
Big Black River.
Big Black River.
We did Picket Fences too. Steve, how did you and I meet? Do you remember?
Oh, how did we meet? I don't remember.
Must have been your reputation.
No, I honestly don't know. I just don't know. You could tell me anything and I would believe you.
Did y'all know each other?
Not before we played together. I was gonna say there was many fun hours on the road with Steve. Back in the day.
Now you got me thinking, I don't know how many minutes.
You always were searching around for fiddle players all the time.
I just creep fiddle players. I find them and I look at all their pictures and I listen to all their music. I send them little DMs and hope they DM me back.
He slid into his DMs.
I tried real hard to get a fiddle player in the Wilder Blue when we were bringing it all together. It didn't work out, you know. Maybe someday though, you know.
Got me into it.
A band can have more than 5 people in it, right?
Yeah, look at the beat.
Yeah, look at it. Well, y'all, I wrote this next song about a beautiful piece of property up in Tennessee that belonged to my uncle, actually, and uncle by marriage. It was where his mother was born and raised. She went to school going across the Harpeth River on a rope bridge, and it hasn't changed since, I don't know, in 100, 150 years. It still looks just the same, little old farmhouse, little piece of bottom land with the river on one side and high bluffs on the other 3 sides, so it's very secluded. No, you can't see another house or road or anything from there. And I always dreamed, it's like 45 minutes from downtown Nashville. I always dreamed about making it big and buying the place, because I kind of knew, you kind of tell that my cousins weren't really into it. And anyways, didn't make it that big. It was a multi-million-dollar property by the time, you know, I rolled around to it. Can't afford that, so they sold it a while back. Good for them. They burned it, and they're wanting to buy an RV and travel the country and not have to babysit a property like that anymore. So it's somebody else's little piece of heaven now. I got a song out of it though. This one's called Picket Fences. 1, 2, 3. Won't you follow me, honey, way out past the picket fences, down where the river rolls, pretty as you please. Let me show you where there's a piece of heaven there, where time goes drifting like fire on the breeze. Mama's day, born in 1922, wrote his initials that he
So it was, I don't know why, but you were in between field players or something, and
Sounds plausible.
we made a run through Montana and Idaho. Went to Stanley, Idaho, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And there's a lot of snow in Stanley, Idaho, from what I remember.
Yeah.
And it was Michael Tuck's last run with you.
Okay.
For Rob,
Then we
yeah.
did Tuck with him.
Yeah, Stanley, Idaho. Didn't we play in some like little hotel lobby or something?
Yeah.
It's like a lobby bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were minus 4 people there. Which also is the population of Stanley, Idaho.
That was the temperature as well.
Oh.
Well, I got there just a little too late.
Oh, foreshadowing. Maybe this is one of the tunes we played in that
I'm
To those-
bet it was.
-4 people. Oh man.
Me and Zane were talking about how excited we were to get back with Steve because he was, as you can tell, a very funny man. Lots of hilarious stories, good times.
Hey.
My French is better than my German.
All right, y'all. Here we go. 1, 2, go. Dim lights, thick smoke. When I noticed you in here tonight, girl, I just about choked. I've been planning on making you mine, but I didn't want to move too fast. One glance at the dance floor, I can see my chance had passed. Look at you laughing, leaning into him with an arm wrapped around you, and mine should have been pretty as a picture and so in love. If I moved quicker, it could have been us. Look at you float 10 feet off the ground and looking up at heaven like there's no one else around. Whoever said good things come to those who live. Never lost a girl like you by loving just a little too late. I'd cause a scene, try cutting in. I could tell I wouldn't stand a chance in hell by the way you just kissed him. So I'll swallow this whiskey and the words I didn't get to say. I got a front row to you tonight to watch the one that got away. Look at you laughing, leaning into him with his arms wrapped around you, and mine should have been pretty as a picture and so in love. If I knew quicker, it could have been us. Look at you floating 10 feet off the ground and looking up at heaven like there's no one else around. Whoever said good fun. You remembered that, Tam. Way to go. I'm always thinking, if I don't know how to play these songs, ain't nobody knows how to play these songs. A couple of dudes who know how to play these songs.
It was all the verses we had.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, let's see. See if we can get a hold of this one right here.
I'm excited to hear this for the fiddle.
Yeah.
Me too. Everyone's in for a surprise.
When did you start playing the fiddle when you were 2 or something? How are you that good?
I started playing fiddle when I was 9.
Okay.
And I owe my fiddle playing to Donnie Osmond, as a matter of fact.
Donnie Osmond.
Yes, Donnie Osmond doesn't play fiddle. But I had a guitar, and my sister had Donnie and Marie action figures in the purple jumpsuits. And I broke Marie's legs trying to make her dance. And I threw her under the bed. And my mom found Marie a few months later and asked my sister what happened. My sister was distraught. She sees Marie Osmond's legs not there. And so once I finally fessed up, my sister went downstairs and I had just gotten a Tysco Del Rey electric guitar for Christmas.
Uh-oh.
And she introduced it to the harp. And I was 9. And so I'm standing there, and at first I was shocked. And I was disgusted, and I was thinking of my next, moment of destruction on Donnie, maybe, I don't know. And so she's destroying this, and my mom comes to me, and she goes, and I take it back. I didn't break Marie's legs. I broke Donnie's legs. Sorry. Marie was intact. Marie was fine. I broke Donnie's legs. And so my mom, she looks at me and she goes, she was wrong for doing what she did. She goes, you were wrong for doing that behind me. She goes, and just as you'll be punished, she'll be punished too. And I just had no look of any kind of, it kind of faded away into dust. And she goes, you seem to be okay with it. I'm like, that sounds hard to bring me another one.
That was the year I learned there isn't a sound.
And so I performed with Mark Wills at the time, or a time back. And we had done the Donnie and Marie show. When we met them, Marie, they come through and they're glad handing everyone. And Steve Gutenberg and Little Richard were on the show too. Which that was great. That was awesome. Because I love Police Academy. I love Little Richard. And they're going through, they're glad handing everyone. And here comes Marie, and she's a few people ahead of Donnie. And she goes, glad to have you here, glad to have you. And I'm like, yeah. I said, Donnie's the reason I play fiddle. She goes, Donnie doesn't play fiddle. But had I not destroyed Donnie, and then my sister destroyed my guitar, I wouldn't have gotten a fiddle. So that's everything.
And now you know who you are.
I also pushed a guy off stage one time.
How come you didn't tell Marie, if I hadn't have broken Donnie's legs, I wouldn't play fiddle? You didn't put it that way, did you?
Oh, no, Donnie looked shocked. I mean, because when I was telling him the story, Marie's laughing uncontrollably because it was Donnie's, figurine that took the front of it and then laid under the bed for months. It's funny to me because I know how it happened. I'll be painting pictures afterward if anyone needs a visual to take over to what Donnie was.
Like that. All right, let's hear how this song sounds with fiddle. 1, 2, 3. Dixie says that horses know her better than people do. I've known Dixie 7 years, and I'd have to say it's true. Once my sweetheart, now the sweetheart of the rodeo. She heard the highway softly calling with the melting of the sun. I tried, yes I tried to change her mind. Dixie darling, did you find what you left? A greener pasture, a wilder blue. When I think about the things that really matter, I always wish that I had married for you. Green eyes full of thunder and the tears she hadn't cried. She asked if I would hold her, and I held her all that week. So she loaded up her saddle and she kissed me on the cheek. I tried, yes I tried to change her mind. Dixie darling, did you find what you left? A greener pasture, a wilder blue. When I think about the things that really matter, I always wish that I had married more to you. Told me she was 2 weeks late and she knew it must be mine. I wanted to raise a family right here in this little town, but in the end she wasn't ready to have a kid and settle down. I tried, yes I tried to change her mind. Darling, did you find what you left? A greener pasture, a wilder blue. When I think about the things that really matter, I always wish that I had married for you. Very much. Palomino Blue. Well, let's see. We're bouncing all over my catalog here. This next one, I believe, was on my Texas Like That record. So we're talking maybe 2017, 2018, 2016, 16? I believe you. Used to do this thing on Facebook where I would ask for random words, and then I would take the first 10 responses and write a song that included all 10 words and post a video of it the next day. And, you know, that's how I wrote hits like My Doppelganger and The Gangbanger. My doppelganger is a gangbanger. He's 5'11" and we could be twins. My doppelganger is a gangbanger and he's the whole reason for the trouble I'm in. People were always giving me words like doppelganger and, colostomy, anti-disestablishmentarianism, and that kind of thing. You can check all that out on YouTube if you got days of your life to waste. There's a bunch of it. But on this particular occasion, one of the words was a boy's named Jayden and a girl's named Jill. So I thought maybe it should be like a story song. Those two, whoever they might be. And I will say, after I used the first 9 words, it was turning out to be a pretty good song. And I couldn't figure out how to work roller skates into there without ruining the song. So this is a 9 random word song, and my apologies to whoever submitted the word roller skates, which is technically 2 words. Jayden had a job for $7 an hour, and filling a station by the water towers, checking oil and fixing flat, the kind of kid most folks just look at. Jill was the local preacher's kid going wild. Most of the time her daddy couldn't stand his own child. He'd quote the scripture with an angry shout. This is all the reason she would never turn out. She was drunk one night on the 4th of July, parked in a pasture with an out-of-town guy. He got mad when she said no, and he tore her Sunday dress. She was wandering alone on the county road when the lights came over the hill. That was the moment when Jayden met Jill. He said, hey, need a ride home. She said, go away, leave me alone. But he noticed the bruise and the frightened tears. Said, there ain't no way in hell I'm leaving you right here. It was raining a little and fixing a storm, and his Mustang jacket looked dry and warm. So she let him wrap around her and she climbed inside, saying, okay, I guess, thanks for the ride. Having all night, got riveted out the storm, ended up talking right up till dawn. By the time he dropped her off safe at home, neither one felt so alone. 2 lost souls found a connection that's blessing both of them still. On that night when Jayden met Jill. What Jayden never told her about that night is how he'd taken his dad's old 45. He'd been driving around thinking how no one would miss him if he just ended it all. He couldn't see past his own pain, and he saw a pretty girl walking in the rain. And God, he made it over that hill. That was the moment when Jayden met Jill. Yeah, so you never know where song ideas are going to come from. This next one was We had just moved back to Texas, and my wife and I moved in with her grandparents. And they were both in poor health, and nobody had been taking care of the yard. And I was mowing and trimming and stuff, and I noticed there was this weed that was like 6.5 feet tall up over my head. And next to it was a little acorn that had sprouted and had 4 or 5 leaves on it. And I thought it was funny that the weed was like 3 times taller than the oak tree. And it occurred to me that if you just left things alone, that situation would inevitably reverse itself, because they were different on the inside, made of different stuff. And then that got me thinking about people. And Jody was pregnant with our first. We didn't know what we were having yet, and I imagined that it might be a girl and what I might want to tell her someday. We ended up having a boy, but then we had a girl later. Gentry's here tonight. It's a good one. It's a good one for Gentry. I'll send this out to you. My precious darling daughter, with your curls all in a mess, lie down a spell and let me tell you a story while you rest. It's a tale about a couple of sprouts, each grown from a tiny seed. One was a baby oak tree and the other was a weed. Now spring came with its heavy rain, and that weed got an early start. He grew up quickly, but he was prickly and hollow in his heart. That oak tree was tiny, just a twig and not much more. But there was something strong about it, something sturdy in his core. Well, summer came and that weed was the biggest, baddest thing around, soaking up all the water while everyone else was turning brown. He was quite the sight at his height, right near 6 feet tall. And all the pretty wildflowers loved him best of all. Well, now summer turned to autumn, the green leaves turned to gold. One clear night was bright, there came a freezing cold. A killing frost crept across that meadow and cast a spell, and in the morning there lay the weed withered where he fell. Well, winter that year was bitter, cruel and icy cold, and the snow piled up and drifts along the fence line by the road. And if any name was living, he was hidden out of sight, hunkered down and hoping just to make it through the night. But then the wind blew warm again, the way it always does. Tulips popped up through the snow and the bees began to buzz. That weed that once had been so tall was now just a memory. But there where once a twig had been, now stood a young oak tree. He kept right on growing, grew up straight and true and tall. And every spring he watched those weeds come up just to wither in the fall. He stood through floods and droughts and bouts with bugs and wind and hail, but his trunk was deeply rooted and his big heart never failed. Nowadays he stands majestic, the tallest thing for miles, mighty arms outstretched to catch the sun when it smiles. Birds nest in his branches and the deer rest in his shade. Squirrels sitting on burrows eating his acorns having made. life. And he'll kneel and tell you how it feels in Alaska to be his wife. And I'm glad they give you to him. And that day finally comes, knowing I won't lose a daughter, but instead I'll gain a son. Just so long as you remember a little tale about to see. And you make sure that boy is an oak tree.
You're an oak tree.
Not a weed. I like that song. I've almost got enough new songs to do an Oak Tree and the Weed Volume 2. And you guys will get into that in a second. Didn't think we could get it together in time to record it here, but maybe we'll do it at a song dog sometime or something. You think we can do this one, buddy? Living is what happens while we're waiting, wishing for a better day to come. This old dream I keep on chasing keeps me on the road and on the run. Oh, my, there's something in my eye, looking back at the years that have flown. Here's to you, my true companion, sweetest refuge I have ever known. Woman, you have loved me through the lean times, when time was all we really had to spare. Yes, we've grown up in the meantime. Look how the gray is growing in our head. Oh, my, there's something in my eye, looking back at the years that have flown. Here's to you, my true companion, sweetest refuge I have ever known. Come and lay your hand upon my shoulder, gentle as the sun sinking low. One more page is turning over. God, I wish I didn't have to go. Oh, my, there's something in my eye, looking back at the years that have flown. Here's to you, my true companion, sweetest refuge I have ever known. Sweetest refuge I have ever known. going out to my lovely wife. We're about to celebrate 25 years.
They're musical instruments, but musical instruments.
All right, well, I'm excited. Another oldie but goodie off that first record, the first one that I still talk about. I guess we'll just tune up a little bit, won't we? I remember how I met Andy. He was,
I need to bail, buddy.
it was a really lame gig. In a really big place for their own, it was like a huge open, yeah.
I thought you were coming back to your part. I was like, that's not a lame gig, that was a fun gig.
No, he
was a
was,
lame
Andy was playing bass, singing harmony for this guy, Matt Kimbrough, who was opening for me in a very large place with a very small number of people. And I was like, well, that guy, he sings harmony and plays bass. He looks like a good time. And then,
A little too good of a time, what I say.
and then when my bass player done run off, I thought of him and Mike Tuck had your number.
Good old Mike Tuck.
Mike Tuck has everyone's number.
I
I know
know.
8 people out here tonight that Mike Tuck has your number. You don't even know it.
I was trying to book you for a gig, too.
So we're gonna dig back, way on back, before any of that ever happened, to a little song called "The Distance Between." When I was a boy, I had a dream about the kind of man one day I'd grow up to be. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to love someone. I found out that both of those things are easier said than done. Ain't it funny how time goes by? Ain't it funny how you never win a game you never tried? Even when you try, there ain't no easy way to rise above the past that led you where you are today. I've got a head full of dreams and I don't want to forget. Always on my way, yeah, but I'm never quite there yet. Tired of seeing the distance between me and my mirror and the man I wanna be. I guess I always have known wrong from right. I see them both as clear as day when I turn out the light. So I'll on my way out, but I'm never quite there. Tired of seeing the distance between me and my mirror and the man I won't be. Why is it so hard to do the thing I know is right? Why does every day bring one more demon that I have to fight? Sure be nice to finally make a change. I guess only time will tell if I've got what it takes. Yeah, but even if I don't, I'll try it anyway. It's not like I had anything else to do today. I've got to live for the dreams and I don't want to forget. I'm always on my way out, but I'm never quite there. But I'm crossing the distance that lies in between the man and my mirror and the man I won't be.
Thank you, David. I like having the Wilder Blue tour manager here. He can bring the beers.
Yeah.
Sign off.
Some of you may not have heard, Andy and I have a band called the Wilder Blue. I heard somebody the other day heard one of our songs called Still in the Running and said it sounded like Steely Dan Fogelberg. I like that. Other people have said we're kind of like a cross between the Eagles and Alabama. Lots of harmonies, a little countryer than the Eagles, but anyway, we get around. That's why I'm not going to be here next month. I don't know where I'm going to be.
I was going to ask you, do you know where we're going to go be at? Where are we going to be at?
Bozeman? Oh yeah, we will be at the North Texas State Fair. Yeah.
Speaking of walking home from gigs, Steve, that's fun.
Well, Andy Dunn brought his banjo. In the Wilder Blues, he plays banjo, mandolin, guitar, dobro, keys, dulcimer, and a little bit of bass. And sings.
Bit of an overachiever sometimes. But not most of the time.
Over and under. Here we go.
What key are you in, buddy?
What key are you in?
I'm in the right one.
One, two, three. Well, the Wilder Blues been out a bunch this spring, opening for a band called Flatland Cavalry. Cavalry. Oh, Calvary. Anyway, Cleto's been on this stage before. He's done the song about him with me. And I always think, I think about him when I sing this next song, which is not very frequently. Because I think he's the one person I can think of that has opened for me several times, who I have now opened for several times. There are probably others, there should be others, but definitely Cleto, because Flatland, one of their first gigs was opening for me in a parking lot in Lubbock, just across from the Blue Light, like some frat party. It was okay. And then they opened for me, for us, several times at Rock and Rodeo in Denton. Good times were had. And anyway, they have done quite well. We opened up for them all over the country, and 2,000 or 3,000 people a night, screaming and hollering, and lines around the block before the doors would open. And it was very gratifying because they're great dudes. The whole band, super nice, very down to earth. So sometimes the good guys win. But anyway, we just got a couple more. So this is kind of where I encourage you guys. Feel free. I know you've been quiet, you've been listening, you've been very respectful. But you can sing a little bit with us on this one. So there's a part in the chorus where I go, work hard, shoot straight. You just kind of repeat after me like that. You'll figure it out. Starts on the 4th chord, boys. 1, 2, 3. I'll gladly give it to you. You don't have to ask me twice. Sure, I'll tell you my secret. Hey, it's easy for me to say. Cause you see, there ain't no secret, son, and there ain't no easy way. Just work hard, shoot straight. If you're the last one out, shut the gate. Remember, life's a marathon, we're running on a sprint. If you want to move mountains first, just make a dent. So make a dent, that's optional, you know, you can do that if you want to. It's really if you feel it or not, you know. Well, now, time. Yeah, bring it around one more time. Well, if time is money, money's for the ones who put in the time. And the mountain views are for the few who dare to make the climb. If you want to play the fiddle like my buddy Steve Auburn can, he can't practice for you. You're gonna have to use your own 2 hands. Just work hard, shoot straight. When someone buys you dinner, clean your plate. Remember, life's a marathon, we're running out of sprint. If you want to move mountains first, just make a dent. So keep in touch and let me know if there's anything I can do. Shoot, one day I may be opening for you. If you work hard, shoot straight, don't settle for being good, you gotta be great. Remember life's a marathon, we're running out of sprint. If you wanna move mountains first, just make it in. Remember life's a marathon, we're running out of sprint. If you wanna move mountains first, just make it in. We really did it. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
There you go.
we just have one more.
No way.
So lively for a Tuesday night. You gotta have jobs. I mean, I can't afford these tickets. That's all right. I've never been able to afford to come to my own shows. Oh man, that's the non-monetary perks of the job. You go to cool places. I'll sing a little beer drinking song here. Yeah, you got your koozie? Well, on a day hot enough to make the devil cuss, I walked into a bar, so thirsty I was spitting dust. Barkeep asked me what'll it be? I said, well, what you got? He said, well, let's see, we got Star Baby, our little rock, sound like blues, blues. Everybody's thinking about Keystone chords, like chords, we got Red Stripe. And Stan Amsterdam and the talking, Dylan like against by the line, double bottle, bottle, take this while because it's going fast, don't miss that. Light a line of Googles, open up your wallet, no time to be frugal. There's 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Here we go. I was pretty impressed as he handed me an ice cold beer from the chest. Said not bad for a hole in the wall. Barkeep grinned, said, well, that ain't all. We got Rio Grande, River Rock, Tagato, River, Twist Top, Those Barrels, Those Iggy, Foster if you're awesome, Bud Light, New Zane, Williams, Koozie, a dozen big beers on tap every Tuesday. Got Williams, Bats and Becks, ice cold Coronas with limes in the next. Evening chillin' with old Long Best. Sam Adams and even Hannah the rest. 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around, 96 bottles of beer on the wall. 97 I settled down with my favorite brew. I ordered me another before I knew. It was 2 a.m. and I was under a table being choked by a dude that smelled like a stable. Finally I was able to throw him through the screen door, pick up my hat off the hardwood floor, get on back to the bar. He's got a who's good pop top on the box dancing outside. South and sipping on the beer that I bought her. We were drinking it like it was water. Different cowgirls everywhere, there, pretty hair down to the dairy. There were 2 more bottles of beer on the wall, 2 more bottles of beer. We took one down, wrapped it around, 1 more bottle of beer on the wall. 1 more bottle of beer on the wall. 1 more bottle of beer. We raised it up high and drained it dry. And there were no more bottles of beer on the wall. So we started on the Cuervo, Bacardi, sweet tequila, gin, bean, George, Nickel, and we got our whistle. Single malt scotch, 2 schnapps, and a shot. Packed more again, poured some more out inside. There's sliders, flying tigers, Dr. Pepper for the designated drivers. Every year I do and a little, I'm one and a bunch. I'm in the whip again, though. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. There ain't nothing finer than an ice cold cider. And 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Andy Rogers. Steve Auburn. Thank you guys so much. Do we know one more?
Yeah, we sort of know him. I know it.
Oh, he isn't in.
I'll tell you after this. I actually think we should do an A. Zane, can we do C?
A-okay.
Gotta hurry up for that whiskey hits.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Tennessee, so this is our theme song, I guess.
Yeehaw!
Before the whiskey hits, that sounds like a song.
What did you say? Dancing at the fool, rhythm of a fool the other day. You said something.
Did I say that?
You said something very poignant, and I said that's a good song, Carl.
I like it.
The rhythm of a fool dancing.
Sorry, give me a
I didn't ask for this.
second. Andy was doing this at sound check. I thought.
Cool. I love that.
That's what he was doing at sound check.
I love how a room full of people watch me try to tune a banjo. Terrible. All right.
Tennessee.
When